This is fielded at the goal line. And now the Texans defense, they get ready here. Their stay on the field last time was short-lived with a 3-and-out. See if they can get some more of that.
And ordinarily, you want to be on the field playing, right? But 3-and-outs, that's almost gold to a defense. Get to the bench, get some rest, turn the ball over to your offense.
We'll see what they can do here, see if they can force another 3-and-out. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play. And
he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. So 3rd and 15 and an extra defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
They'll look to throw here. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, this is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That's taken on the 25. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Texans take possession. The Colts defense, they work their way back onto the field. They've certainly got something to build off of. They had the interception last time out.
And now they have to just make sure they're cognizant of not trying too hard for interceptions. Once you get one, it makes you a little more antsy to try and get another one. Now they got to be careful of double moves, different things like that against them. But they like the momentum that they've begun to build.
We'll see if they can keep that momentum going. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Back to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They go play action here on first down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Their dangerous wide receiver, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And the lead is up to 18 now. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. 2
yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And he has not been able to find the same type of running room this week as last. Such a great game. We met with him. He came in, had the biggest smile on his face, so we just thought that would carry over.
Sometimes you wonder if maybe it borders on a little overconfidence. They were so good last week. He's getting extra blocking out on the perimeter from the wide receivers to get him downfield. In this game, maybe he came into it with the idea that it's just going to be like last week, be a piece of cake. And what they're getting from the defense isn't exactly the same. And, boy, it's been tough going for him. Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right. The sync just wasn't there.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Fielded just inside the 30. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And a look here at the Colts defense. They have a little something to build off of from last time with a 3-and-out.
And what they have to build off of? Great confidence right now. Being able to stuff someone on a 3-and-out. You feel like you're in control now. You're doing the dictating. They want to see if that can continue as this game progresses.
Will it continue? We'll see. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
They'll run the option left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one is right through. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers, and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football, you can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and that usually gives you an advantage in running it.
And they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. Back to throw here. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And we'll see what he can do on the return.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
3 down. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Check 82, check 82. Set, 319. Check, 319.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So a big sack on 2nd down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for 3rd. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Fielded just inside the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, Really well done.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. And the way that he ran last week has not been duplicated here. What gives, Charles?
I don't know. Maybe it was the big meal he took him for after the game last week. I don't know. Being a little bit facetious here, but I do know that after last week's game, the coaching staff awarded game balls to every starting offensive lineman. They're not playing to the same level this week. I don't know if they're seeing different things on defense that have really fouled things up in their blocking scheme, or if they're just not as sharp. Because right now, he's not finding the creases, can't find the gaps to get through and get upfield. I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They'll come out in the pistol. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from him.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And now this is back-to-back weeks that he has treated us with a really solid performance.
We know he's great. We expect it. But this is pretty special what we're watching here. We're watching a guy in total command of every situation, throwing the ball well, guiding his team, moving them. This is a whole lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, it was fun last week. Sometimes it feels like we're at all these games. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. Oh, a little 360.
Oh,
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They come up in an offset eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This will be caught at about the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. Now, defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. And look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And the seemingly endless drive continues. They go play action here on 1st down. Deep drop. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And right now I take my rudimentary kindergarten skills and draw where the tackle box would be, because that was close. I thought he was in the tackle box. He has to be very careful where he gets rid of the football from that spot.
Yeah, they say there was a receiver in the area, though.
Yeah. There's always a receiver in the area.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead.
Well, 2 touchdowns scored. I know his team's happy. His coaches are happy. How about the fantasy owners of this game?
Always happy with 2, but they'd like 3 or 4. Point after here coming up. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. We get a glance at the Colts defense as they work their way back on the field. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense. Who said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And their defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Let's go! 3-19!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. Brandon Bolden that time, the one he was trying to get it to. And it's 3rd and short. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
That's a good call.
Looking to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Finding time. And this is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Now, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Face mask. Defense.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. He won't go down. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Every time I see a hitch pattern dropped, I go back to the combine because there's a drill that they use all the time that's called the gauntlet drill, where a receiver catches the ball and just works his way straight down the line and catches it from different sides. And the problem with that drill is that you don't actually have to secure the catch. You just got to catch it, drop it immediately, and keep moving. And sometimes that shows up on plays like this.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Strong left. Fire now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And to give this time to the tailback. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Watch the run. All right, here we go. 3-19.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. All right, Charles, what do we glean from this now? Bad game last week. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Back to throw again. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They go play action here on first down. Surveying the field. He's going to let it fly. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got time. Now in desperation into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Colts, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Houston, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll be at home for one next week against the Oakland Raiders. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody.